The hardest part of starting swimming is not the training itself, it's not the technique. It's not knowing if you're doing things the right way. But thankfully, this will not happen to you because you're here and you are following this channel. Today, we're going to talk about the most common questions I get asked by beginners that are about to start swimming regularly. Question number one: how many times per week should I swim? My short answer here is between 1 and 3 times per week. If you're very eager, very motivated to swim, and you're like, I'm gonna swim 5 times a week, don't. That motivation will disappear fast, and you're never gonna wanna look at the water again. Start slowly. Come to the pool once or twice a week. Once you feel after a month that, okay, like this is something that I want to continue doing, add another swim in. It will be much easier to do this way than swim every day for the first month and then never again. And there is no rush, start slowly. The main point here is to build a habit of being the person who swims regularly. Question number two: how long should a swim workout be? For most people, 30 to 60 minutes is enough. It is better to swim, let's say, twice a week for 30 minutes rather than one time for 60 minutes. But the main thing is that we need to make it work with your schedule and make it sustainable. By the way, if you're going to have questions that are not going to be answered in this video, drop them in the comments. If there is 10 different questions, I will do a part 2. What is the best stroke for beginners? Well, first of all, what strokes do we have? So we have freestyle, backstroke, butterfly, and breaststroke. For beginners, I would focus on backstroke and freestyle. Backstroke is really nice because you don't have to worry about breathing, and it is easier to keep that body position on top of the water. But in freestyle, you're going to be able to swim faster and longer distances in freestyle once you get the breathing down. Then we have breaststroke and butterfly. So I do not recommend those to beginners. I think those strokes are much more complicated and they will be great down the road. But one thing about breaststroke, so it does have some weird movements, right? Especially with the kick. But surprisingly, for women, and I don't want to do like any gender stereotypes here, these are just my observations. For women, breaststroke kick comes much more natural than to men. So if it works for you and you enjoy breaststroke, go ahead, keep on doing it, but do add some backstroke or freestyle in between. Now you might be sitting here and feeling, well, backstroke, I'm not quite enjoying it, and freestyle breathing feels hard, and I wish there was something I could do that would make it more enjoyable. And I have something like that for you. Elementary backstroke. So this is where you use both arms at the same time. You're swimming on your back. You push down the water down to your feet. You don't even have to take those arms out of the water. You can just keep them under the surface. This is an easier version of backstroke. Even for me, like it's fun and relaxing in between faster swims. So I don't want you to give up on swimming before you try elementary backstroke. How much should I breathe in freestyle? Most beginners breathe only 2 or 3 times per the entire lap. And I know why this is happening. Well, first of all, breathing is not easy for you and you just want to go as fast as you can to the other wall. But then you get to the wall, you're so exhausted and you're like, oh my gosh, like I have to go another lap. How am I going to do that? Oxygen brings you energy. If your body doesn't get enough oxygen, it shuts down. So you actually want to breathe a lot in freestyle. And we're not talking here about going as fast as you can all out. We're not talking here about doing breathing work. We're talking about regular swimming. Every swimmer I know breathes every 2 or 3 strokes, myself included. I actually breathe every 2 strokes, and the way I do it is going that way, I breathe to my right side, and going back, I breathe to the other side so that I train my both sides equally. Breathing every 3 strokes, that's good too. Like for me, it's also challenging, so I just stick with breathing every 2 strokes. What equipment do I really need? First of all, swimsuit. make sure it fits tight. The looser the fit, the more water you're going to carry with you. Those are extra kilograms that are completely unnecessarily slowing you down. Goggles. To those that say, oh, I don't need goggles, I'll be fine. Yes, you can fall asleep without a pillow, but why suffer? Personally, I don't like, it's not even I don't like, I cannot swim when my goggles are leaking. Like, I absolutely hate it. And yes, like, you can go to the pool once or twice without goggles, and of course, like, you will be fine. But here, our goal is to swim regularly. So, if there are easy things that we can fix with your goggles, with your swimsuit, with your swim cap, anything that is quite easy and fixable, let's fix them. You will be much more likely to then swim regularly if nothing else is bothering you. Swimming cap. So most people actually require to wear a swim cap, but even beyond the requirement, I have seen what chlorine can do to people's hair. I've seen it what it did to the guys on my swim team. Horrible damage. So I always use a silicone cap. It's not going to make your hair dry. It's not going to leave your hair dry. Your hair will still get wet under the cap, but it will be much more protected from the chlorine. And then we have swimming aid like kickboards, pool buoys. So those are usually available at the pool. You can use them anytime you want, as much as you want. Kickboards are nice because you can hold on to the kickboard if you're not feeling fully comfortable yet. You can either kick or you can hug it on your back. And you can use a pool buoy, especially in freestyle, if your legs are sinking. So if you put a pool buoy in between your legs, in between your thighs, it's going to lift your legs up. It's not going to fix the root of your problem, and I don't encourage here quick fixes, but you know, you got to do what you got to do. How do I train if I can barely swim one lap? First, let's identify what is the problem. Is it your breathing? Are you panicking? Like, what is your main issue? Second thing, you don't have to swim fast. Actually, try to swim as slow as you can, but make it to the wall. If you cannot actually do a full lap yet, maybe you do 10 strokes and you cannot do more. Every time you push off the wall, have a goal in mind that you want to do a few strokes more. So let's say you can do 10, but this time you're going to push off and you're going to try to get to those 12 strokes. And every time just try to challenge yourself and give yourself 2 strokes more to do. What can I do to improve faster? Film yourself. What you think you look like and what you actually look like might be two completely different things. Watching yourself back, you might be able to point out a few things that you could improve on. If you're not sure, ask a professional, ask a swim coach in your area, or you can reach out to me. The second thing that will help you improve your swimming speed significantly, it's something that I feel like that usually gets quite lost in this technique world of information, is to bring intensity to your workouts. If you go to the pool, you jump in and you just swim for 30 minutes nonstop, this is a really good cardio exercise, but it will not make you significantly faster. To be faster, you need to push your fastest limits. So you need to bring to the pool a structured workout where you have the warm up, you have the main set where you either target endurance or speed, and some warm down with drills. If you want to make real fast progress and you value your time too much to waste it on figuring it out by yourself, you can work with me one-on-one through my online swim coaching program. These are personalized, structured workouts to help you go from where you are now to your dream goal. These are weekly video calls to discuss what is holding you back and support chat to answer any of your questions. If you feel like this is the step that you need, there is a link to a Google form in the description below where you can sign up. And that brings us to the end of this video. If you feel like this information was helpful, let me know by hitting the like button, and I will see you next time.